Being a public figure means your personal life doesn't stay personal for long. Famous pop idol Celine Dion is perhaps the most notable example of that happening. But the Titanic star has tried to keep some aspects of her life quite hidden from the spotlight. In this video, we'll be going over Celine's relationship with her 3 sons and how she's raised them while balancing a super successful music career, starting off with the birth of Dion's first baby. If you've been a fan of the I'm Alive singer, you'd know her difficulties with having children. Dion and her late husband, Rone Angelila, have been struggling with fertility problems for over 7 years until the couple finally had their first son on the 25th of January 2001 in West Palm Beach, Florida. Her fertility treatments and doctor visits were heavily covered by the press, so she wanted this special moment to be private and just for the family to hear. But somehow, the press got a hold of it too. Celine explained in an episode of Carpool Karaoke with James Corden how shocked she was when she had just given birth to her first son, and before she could even hold him, there were announcements being made all over the news channels about it. She described the surreal experience of hearing the reporters announce the weight and conditions of the newborn baby while she hadn't even gotten the chance to look at him and hold him. After witnessing that, the pop singer immediately switched off the TV and tried to block the noise. It's clear that it was a step too far. The couple ended up naming their son Rone Charles Angeli. Even though they had finally gotten their wish of having a baby after multiple attempts, they still wanted to expand it. In 2009, Celine got pregnant but suffered a miscarriage soon after. Even though that was a difficult period in her life, she continued with the IVF treatments, and in 2010, she gave birth to twin boys. Moving on to who his twin boys are named after. It would be an understatement to say that the French-Canadian singer has had a successful music career. Her list of records and achievements have their separate Wikipedia page, but through this success, she's made sure to thank people involved in her career. After trying IVF for 6 times, she was finally blessed with 2 baby boys through C-section, and she made sure to honor 2 people who hold a very special place in her heart by naming her sons after them. She named her son Eddie after her producer who had worked with her on her first 5 records. Eddie Marney was like a father to her, and wasn't only special to her, but her husband as well. He had guided her through this competitive industry and had stayed by her during her darkest moments. In his career, he wrote about 4,000 songs and even wrote for other musical legends like Edith Piaf and Frida Boccara. Her other son, Nelson, was named after none other than Nelson Mandela. The couple had met with the anti-apartheid activist on Celine's world tour when they visited South Africa in 2008. Just by one meeting, the couple was quite inspired by him and wanted their children to embody the qualities he had. That's why, to honor him, they named their twin son after the legend. The popular singer appeared on the cover of Canadian Hello magazine on the 9th of December 2010, along with her twins. It seems that Dion has tried to remain open with her fans as long as it's on her terms, following up with Celine Dion's son shocking her with his appearance. In 2016, Celine lost her husband, Rone Angelila, to throat cancer. Angelila had been Celine's biggest supporter and was her manager since she was only 12 years old. Losing him had been the biggest loss she had suffered, along with losing her brother in the same month. But her sons made sure to remind her that life was still quite special. In the same year, Celine received her Icon Award at the Billboard Music Awards. To present her award was none other than her eldest son, Rone Charles. The French-Canadian singer was really not expecting that to happen, and it had been the biggest and sweetest surprise. In an interview with People magazine, she explained that when she heard that her son was presenting the award, it had cut her heart into pieces. She explained that in her acceptance speech, she dedicated the award to her late husband, who had got her there for 30 years. She also sang Queen's The Show Must Go On, which was one of her late husband's favorite songs. And when her son showed up to give her the award, it was clear that love was stronger than showbiz. She held her son's hand tightly as she gave her acceptance speech and had tears in her eyes remembering her husband. During the speech, she thanked her sons for getting her through this really difficult time in her life. It's clear that for Celine, family means more than anything.
And most importantly, my beloved husband, whom I know will continue to watch over me from up above.
Let's take a look at the My Heart Will Go On singer's shocking announcement. Just last week, Celine gave a shocking and heartbreaking update to her fans. In an Instagram video, she revealed that after months of struggling, her doctor had finally given her a diagnosis for all the muscle spasms she'd been having. The 54-year-old singer stated that she was diagnosed with an extremely rare neurological disorder called stiff person syndrome. Through the tears in her eyes, she explained that only about 1 in a million people suffer suffered from SPS and that she was one of them. She detailed that it's been causing a lot of problems for her, and some days she couldn't even sing the way she used to as it impacted every part of her life. Seeing the singer's expressions, her pain and her grief was quite obvious. After she revealed this devastating news, she also added that she won't be able to restart her European tour in 2023, but she vowed to return as she claimed that this definitely means that she isn't letting SPS win. She added that she has a wonderful team of doctors and the love of her sons to help her along this phase in her life. But she apologized to her fans that she won't be able to present as much as she used to be. While this is quite understandable, it doesn't mean that we will miss her. She claimed that she'll miss singing, but for now, she needs to look after her health. We certainly wish her all the best and hope she has all the strength she needs.
As you know, I've always been an open book, and I wasn't ready to say anything before, but I'm ready now.
Following up with the singer's worrying health history. Fans have been concerned for quite some time about Celine's health. Back in January, she canceled her North America concerts of her Courage World Tour, and right before that, she also failed to do her Las Vegas comeback residency, which she even gained the title of the Queen of Las Vegas. On her website, her fans were made aware that she's been getting treatments for severe and consistent muscle spasms. The announcement also added that the treatments were taking longer than they had hoped, which is why she had to cancel so many of her concerts. Celine also chimed in and explained that she trusts her doctors and is following everything they're prescribing her, which is all that she can do. But the star vowed to return and claimed that she wanted to get back on stage again after having to wait for so long during the pandemic. Knowing what we know now, this is all a very difficult process. In the same statement, Celine thanked all her fans and was committed to making a comeback in 2023. Back in 2019, she also made headlines when fans spotted her and noticed that she was growing too thin. Some fans claimed maybe she was suffering from an eating disorder. Dion immediately addressed those rumors with Entertainment Weekly and claimed that she'd always been this thin, and that it was quite normal for her. But now that she's been diagnosed with an incurable disease, we sure hope she's getting all the help she needs.
To feel me that I got you, and I wanted to show that. And Courage, the Courage song, represent this whole album.
Wrapping up with all the love and support she's been receiving from her fans. When the devastating news about Celine Dion's illness hit the internet last week, many people expressed their shock and dismay, but they also reminded the singer of her love for her and sent her many messages of hope and resilience. One fan complained that it was always the good people who were given the worst luck, claiming that Celine was an incredibly special person who deserved all the happiness in the world. Another fan claimed that she had her suspicions that the singer was suffering with something serious. Many fans listed all their favorite memories they had that were linked to all her popular songs. One fan explained that the first concert she ever went to was hers, and since then, she's been a fan. One fan added that she had always been her musical inspiration, and many repeated hopeful lyrics from her songs. And we'll add one too: near, far, wherever you are. That's a wrap for this video. What do you think of Celine Dion's relationship with her sons? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.
I would say when something bad happens to you in life, you have to find a way to overcome these obstacles and find a way to find inner strength.